Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about how I think it's kind of crazy that Tatum Paxley had a 3-week long reign. If you didn't know, tonight on NXT Gold Rush Week 1, Izzy Dame turned heel on Tatum Paxley, and that resulted in Jacy Jayne beating Tatum Paxley and winning the Women's NXT Championship. Now, this title reign from Tatum Paxley is the shortest title reign in NXT history for the Women's NXT Championship. And this is just so upsetting to me because this was Tatum Paxley's first ever title in general, let alone Women's NXT Championship. It was her first title she's won in NXT in general, and it was a 3-week long reign and the shortest reign in NXT history, which I just feel like is so disrespectful. Because she has been wrestling for years to get to this point, just to finally get the Women's NXT Championship, to hold it for 3 weeks and have the shortest reign in NXT history. Now, for the Izzy Dame heel turn, we all knew it was going to happen. I'm not mad at that. I knew it was going to happen, and I did want it to happen eventually because I think a Tatum Paxley and a Izzy Dame feud would be great. But did Tatum Paxley have to drop the Women's NXT Championship to have this feud happen? Couldn't, Izzy Dame jump her after the match, after she's already retained? Because you could have easily had a bigger feud if it was for the Women's NXT Championship. Something else that kind of upsets me even more is that Tatum Paxley's reign didn't even properly get started, because technically that defense that just happened tonight against Jacy Jayne was her first, because the one she had against Lola Vice, which was really her first, got ended in a disqualification barely before the match could even get started because Fatal Influence interfered. Now, with Jacy Jayne winning the Women's NXT Championship off of Tatum Paxley, I sadly know exactly what route NXT is about to go with this, and I don't like it because I really do not want to see this again, and I don't think many other people that are fans want to see this either. But Jacy Jayne's going to hold on to this title for a while, and then we are going to get Lainey Reed winning the Women's Evolve Championship off of Kendall Gray next week. And then we are going to get Fallon Henley, which this one's obvious, but Fallon Henley is going to beat Zarya for the Women's Speed Championship, and it just sucks. I mean, don't get me wrong, Fatal Influence is awesome, but do we need them to have, a bunch of the championships and just it's just not fair to the other women on the roster, and I feel like they did Tatum Paxley so dirty with this reign because it was just getting started and it was going to be heat, and Tatum Paxley is extremely underrated, and I just feel so bad for her.